Hi, you're welcome to my channel. This is my YouTube channel, Kingsley Speaks. My name is Kingsley, and I am a relationship and purpose coach. I help people build right emotional relationships and also live a life of purpose by discovering and executing their God's given purpose. So, for today, I have something to talk about which I believe is beneficiary to everyone out there. It's in respect to purpose. I've noticed something when I do discovery for people. Um, just this year alone, I've done discovery for some persons, but I've discovered something also that after the discovery, so many persons struggle with execution of what they've discovered about themselves. But that's the first category. There's another category of persons I will talk about. The second category of people, they want to execute their purpose, but they have not genuinely discovered themselves. So that's what I'm talking about. If you want to start executing your purpose consistently, like you want to start executing effectively, you would have to discover yourself, like genuinely. It has to be a genuine discovery that connects with your inner passions, your inner desires, your strengths, your abilities, your giftings, your talents. It has to connect with your entirety. It has to be something that you know that this is me. So when you execute it, it is coming from a place of passion, and you are motivated to do that thing. So the point I'm trying to make here is that I'm talking about the topic how to start executing your purpose, and that is it. But before you start executing your purpose, you have to genuinely discover yourself. You have to genuinely discover yourself. I've met some persons who would start out on something, and maybe you are in that same position also. They start out on something, they go with so much zest, like they go with so much gusto, they go with so much energies, and at some point down the line they stop executing, they stop doing that thing that they thought they were very passionate about at the initial stages of that execution. And you begin to wonder, you begin to ask yourself questions like, what happened? Like, how is it that I was able to start doing something and at some point I stopped doing that thing? It is because you haven't genuinely discovered yourself. Because when you genuinely discover yourself, there will be this consistency in execution. When you genuinely discover yourself, you would feel so passionate and motivated to do something. You would operate from a place of rest. Why? Because you are doing something that connects with your inner passions and your inner desires. And so it is not going to be a struggle, and that's it. If you were asked to talk about that, then you would do it from a place of rest. If you were given an option of 20 topics, you would choose that one repeatedly. Why? Because it is coming from you. It connects to you. It connects to your strengths and everything I talked about, your passions, your abilities, your giftings, your desires, your creative abilities. Do you understand? So if you want to go into this year, this is, I think, this is February 7th as of this video you're watching. I made this video on the 7th of February. If you want to plunge into your purpose, you have to genuinely discover yourself. You cannot do something that is not your purpose and expect to be consistent at it. I mean, even those who have discovered their purpose, at some point inconsistency comes upon them. And so, come to think of it, you have not genuinely discovered yourself and you want to start executing, you are going to stop. It's a matter of time you're going to stop. So, if you want to genuinely discover, if you want to start executing your purpose, you have to genuinely discover yourself. You have to discover yourself to the point where you say that, oh, yes, I've discovered myself. Because the truth is, when you discover yourself, you will know. When you get to that point where you discover yourself, you will know. Why? Because it will sync with everything that concerns you. It is not going to be a struggle. It's good. Like when you have discovered it, you'll be like, wow, yes. You'll be like, wow, this is me. Like you can feel it that this thing is speaking volume about you. Do you understand what I mean? So you want to go into this new year, go halfway into this new year, go to the end of it. In executing your purpose, you have to genuinely discover yourself. So I'm making this video as a series. This is the first of its kind. This is the first model. Let me use the word model. So in the next video, I'm talking about the next thing that you should do to start executing your purpose. But in this video, like I said, I have been insistent on saying that you have to genuinely discover yourself. Have you genuinely discovered yourself? If you look at yourself closely, if you have not genuinely discovered yourself, what you will notice about you is that you do things, but you are not consistent at them. You pick on this, you pick on this, You pick on this, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that, and you doing everything is a sign that you have not discovered that. If you keep doing everything, if you keep being passionate about everything, it means that you have not discovered that one thing. In fact, the sign that you have not discovered yourself, your genuine self, you've not discovered yourself genuinely rather, is that you want to do everything. No, when you discover yourself genuinely, you would want to do one thing. You would be consistent at doing one thing. You would want to build one thing. You would want to keep on moving at doing a particular thing. Do you understand what I mean? So if you find yourself in this web, in this nest of doing so many things, it means you have not genuinely discovered yourself. It means that you are still wandering. You're still wandering somewhere, and that place is called nowhere. That's it. Because if you have genuinely discovered yourself, what you will notice is you would always want to improve on that thing. You would always want to do that thing repeatedly. In fact, you would keep on doing that same thing daily. So it's like you plant a seed, a flower. When it blossoms, you would keep on taking care of it. You would want to see it grow, you want to see it flourish. That is how your purpose is. Your purpose is you would want to take care of it. But if you imagine yourself wanting to take care of everything, you get tired. It shows that you have not found the very thing that you should be doing. You have not found the very thing that you should be doing. So you need to find the very thing that you should be doing. You need to find yourself. Until you discover yourself as a person, you would keep doing everything. And that's the point. Until you discover your genuine self as an individual, everything will look like your purpose to you. And that's it. If everything looks like your purpose to you, it means that you have not found it. Your purpose is not everything, your purpose is one thing, one particular thing. If you have not found that thing, you will be lost in the wilderness of wanting to do so many things, So the point is for you to start executing your purpose, you have to genuinely, I'm using the word genuinely because it's an active word. You have to genuinely discover yourself. When you genuinely discover yourself, execution flows. You would ride an execution, you would want to do the same thing you keep doing, you would keep improving on every of that on that one thing that you have discovered about yourself. Do you understand what I mean? So don't keep being on this track. Don't no come out of it. Come out of this track. Go to the next. You need to discover yourself. So if you want to genuinely discover yourself, I can help you because I'm a self-discovery coach. Like I told you at the outset of this video, I help people discover themselves. So you need to genuinely discover yourself. If you need to genuinely discover yourself, if you feel that you are at that point in your life where you need to genuinely discover yourself, then you should reach out to me. I am willing to help you. I also have a book I wrote in respect to this. It's an easy to read book. In fact, the first topic of that book on how to genuinely discover yourself is titled, the first chapter is about this, that you need to, how to start executing your purpose rather, you need to genuinely discover yourself. Do you understand? I talked about this in that particular book. So, have you genuinely discovered yourself? Kingsley is asking you a very honest question today. Are you do you know that God is depending on you to execute your purpose? That's it. Do you know how much God is waiting on you to sit down and discover yourself and start doing the very thing He has created you, that He created you for rather? Do you know that God put your purpose inside you? Your purpose is not outside you. Your purpose is inside you. It is inside. It is inside you. It is inside you. Do you understand? But you need to discover it because God has already given it to you, but you need to discover it yourself. But God is waiting on you. People are waiting on you. Thousands of persons are waiting on you out there. Can you just imagine if Moses had not executed his purpose? Can you just imagine if Jesus had not lived for his purpose? Do you know how many persons would have been disappointed? Do you know how many persons would have died? Do you know how many persons would have been condemned? That is the point. If you don't discover your purpose and start executing, you are there are so many persons that would lose their life. There are so many persons that would find no bearing in life. There are so many persons that would miss their purpose because you've not found yours. So many persons' purpose are inclined to yours. If you don't discover your purpose, they would not discover theirs and their life will not be fulfilled. That is how we were created. We were created to bring fulfillment to each other's lives. And so if you don't discover yourself and start executing, so many persons behind you will not find fulfillment in their lives. And lastly, I'm going to close with this. One of the ways you would know that you have discovered yourself is that you've genuinely discovered your purpose is that you would find fulfillment, you would find satisfaction, you would find joy. Do you understand? You will find peace in doing that particular thing. Why? Because it is coming from the inside of you. It's coming from inside you. It's coming from a place of rest. It's coming from a place of inner will. It is connected to your inner will, not your outer will. Outer wills are things that should drive your purpose. It's coming from your inner will. Do you understand? Listen to me. If you don't discover yourself and start executing your God given purpose, the lives of so many persons would perish. That is how God created you to be. And if you don't start executing, you are telling God that what He gave to you is not enough. You are telling God that you are not interested. I mean, God has lavished upon you a wealth of resources that is meant to feed a generation, that is meant to impact a generation and more. If you don't start executing and living your purpose now, I mean from this moment now, if you don't feel interested, if you don't think it is important, you are starving people behind you. There are people that would not rise until you rise. I hope this video has helped you. Thank you very much. My name is Kingsley. My YouTube channel is called Kingsley Speaks. It's named Kingsley Speaks rather. Please like, follow, and invite your friends because I'm going to be dropping a whole lot of value in this my YouTube channel. Thank you very, very much. I'll see you in my next video. I'm going to continue. This is a series. Like I told you, I'm going to continue on it. I'll be talking about the next reason why you are not executing your purpose. Like I said in this particular session, I said the reason you're not executing your purpose is because you've not discovered yourself genuinely. So in the next video I'm going to be releasing, trust me, I'll keep it a secret until you come. Subscribe to this my channel. Thank you very much. Bye for now.